Oh no. Only looks like a young fish eagle or sea eagle. I think that's right. I'll have to ask Abby. But beautiful bird. Pretty interested in what's going on down here by the looks. Hey little one. How cool's that? Just starting out on his or her journey. Anyway, let's see if we can't get another fish. Still early enough, I'm gonna pop the plastic away for a bit. See if I can't get any interest on surface along here. This little patch I think Pete and I named the corner of doom. We actually went, well, I wasn't coming fishing this morning, we were talking to Pete, and it's supposed to be 20 knots this morning, blow all night. Woke up, didn't reset my alarm from work, and there wasn't a breath of wind. It's just starting to get up a little bit now, but there hasn't been next to any. So all my kayak is in a tub, so I just really needed to pick it up, 2 rods, and throw the kayak on the roof. Took me about 10 minutes to get ready, grabbed a coffee on the way in, and now I'm going to see if I can lose the lure. I do love fishing for bar out of the kayak. It's just adds a whole nother dimension to chasing bar. Especially when you get one on. It's, I wouldn't say it's much skill involved in manoeuvring the kayak. I think a lot of it comes down to and probably positioning of the kayak before you start casting. It's a lot easier if you're in a little bit of open water to start with instead of being in the thick of it. So I normally try and hang out. It doesn't always work. Sometimes, like working home, I'll be working along the bank in the shade, so I won't have much choice, but I'll put a I'll definitely be just fishing a plastic then, so if I get wiped out, it won't be the end of the world. It's not like you're losing a $20 lure or a $30 lure every few casts. So. Like I've often said, I don't overthink me fishing, and when I'm fishing in a kayak, it's more just getting out and having a good time. I kind of needed it this morning after the weekend I had in the boat. It was a bit of a disaster, but you know, I'll probably give you a run through of what's in my kayak, but really it's just, you know, a box of banged up ZMans that I've pulled out of the boat. They've all been used, the whole lot of them. Roller leader, line cutters, pair of pliers, and GoPro. What I do find though is, and maybe they just get sick of seeing it, I do find when I get to areas that look good where there's a bit of bait, bonies and that flicking, I do think the bonies flicking on top do bring the bar in, at least pique their interest a little bit. Do find that you need to work, you know, if you come to a good lily island or something like that, make sure you work your way right around it. I do think the angle that they are sitting sometimes Like I think often they'll sit into the wind or whatever little current there is made from the wind, especially in the dams. Just a different angle of the lure goes past will trigger them. You know, that's one of the theories that I think about while I'm sitting down here. Not saying there's probably any merit to it, but a lot of the time you can have a lot of casts that, like this little area here that I'm fishing, and not doing any good, and if I go over to the other side, the lure's going over exactly the same spot, but for whatever reason, and whether it's just the amount of casts, they get sick of seeing it, but you know, it might be just they're picking it up a bit better from a different angle, and they decide to have a go at it. You know, if I was a barra, this would be a pretty good spot for me to be sitting. As a barra fisherman, it's probably not the best spot for a barra to be fishing. There is just a massive timber just in here, but like I said, on the kayak you haven't got much control over it. You do your best to keep them out of there, but most of the time you've got to go in and get your lure or get your line around a lot of the timber. Thankfully a lot of it's vertical timber, but I do think there should be a fish here. It just looks fishy, though I haven't seen any herring flicking. I will, once I'm finished working it over with the finger mullet, I'll give it a bit of a go with the plastic, just in case. Some days they're just not on surface. Oh no. Oh. That is, how good is that? He's not hooked that well, but anyway, if he gets off trying to get him in, still all good. What a cracker. Top order frogs. They just burble along nice, these ZMan frogs. I'll snap a quick photo of this guy and get him back in. That is bloody awesome. I've just got a quick pick. I'll get this guy back in the water and get him on his way. Oh, he's kicking. Ooh. That's awesome. Good start to the morning. Good fish.